Okay, continuing on with drawing figures. Yesterday, 2 days ago, we looked at trapezoids. Trapezoid is a special quadrilateral. Trapezoid has one set of parallel lines. Now, there are lots of quadrilaterals that are not trapezoids, that do not have a set of parallel lines. Also, there are lots of trapezoids that don't look like this. This is kind of a very standard looking trapezoid. As long as it has one set of parallel lines, then it is a trapezoid. Then we have special trapezoids, a parallelogram. Parallelogram has two sets of parallel lines, two sets of parallel lines. So is the parallelogram a trapezoid? Yes. Is a trapezoid a quadrilateral? Yes. Are there quadrilaterals that are not trapezoids or parallelograms? There sure are. So we are moving on today to make a rhombus, which is a special parallelogram. Let me show you something really quickly from yesterday. When you were drawing those parallelograms, we did a bunch of drawing of parallelograms yesterday. One of them had equal sides, or question C had equal sides with no right angles. Okay, equal sides with no right angles. And you can see I had a hard time making that. You can see I made a couple mistakes. But if it has equal sides, if the measure of the length of each side is the same, then it is a rhombus. So a rhombus, it is a parallelogram. That's why I asked you to draw it yesterday. But it's also a rhombus. And you'll note that it was a little bit tricky to draw. So here we are with today's activity. Lesson 18. This is actually going to be lesson 18, part 1. We're going to do this in 2 parts, one now and the other part later. Whoops, part 1. Okay. I will draw rhombuses in order to understand their attributes, and I will define rhombuses based on those attributes. Okay, so drawing a rhombus is pretty tricky, and I've already tried a couple of times this morning, and I'm still trying to master it. Okay, so it's going to take you a couple of times. All right, the rhombus is going to have, you have to pay attention to the length of the sides. And we haven't really had to do that except for that problem C until now. So I'm going to make my rhombus that has sides that are 2 inches long and 0. It's a little bit hard to start with 0 down here. So I'm going to go the 2 inches that are from 1 inch to 3. Okay, so I'm going to try to be pretty exact. All right, so there is one 2-inch side. And then I'm going to put another 2-inch side right here. And it could be this angle, this acute angle. It could be bigger, it could be smaller. But it's probably easiest to start with one that's acute, at least. Okay. All right. And then I am lining up my straight edge, and this is where you really start to pay attention here. Lining up my straight edge, setting my right angle template on my straight edge, and I'm moving it in so that it is pretty close to where this side stops, I guess that's a line segment or a ray stops. Okay, so I'm going to say it's right about there. Okay, and then I'm going to have a slide my straight edge there. Remember, the whole point is to make a line up here that is parallel to this line that is also 2 inches. And so right now I have a perpendicular line. So that's not going to do it. But if I do this, then I will have a parallel line. Okay, so I use my right angle template again. Use my straight edge again. Okay. And now I can make a line that is 2 inches long. Okay. All right, so I'll show you that again. Straight edge lined up. Use my right angle template so that it matches up pretty close. I'm sliding along here so it matches up pretty close to the end of that side. Move my straight edge so it's perpendicular now, and now it's back to parallel. Okay, there, and straight edge there. And also, I need to pay attention that this stays 2 inches long. So I'm actually going to move this down a little bit. There we go. So this is the 3-inch mark. So from 3 to 5, a little bit too long, just a tiny bit too long. And then I can just close it. If I've done everything right so far, this line is parallel to this line, and now this line is going to be parallel to that line. As long as I've measured everything correctly, that will be another 2-inch side. All right, beautiful. So we have a rhombus, and note that I have been drawing them so that they don't line up perfectly with the lines on the paper. It's probably easier to do that. It's easier to see, but I just want it to be clear that you don't have to do that. All right, now let me just make sure that I'm covering what I wanted to cover in this video and not going too far. So I will be okay, yes, this was just, I just wanted to show you how to draw the rhombus. Next video is measuring these internal angles and taking a close look at the diagonals. But, okay. So you should have this, right? You have this on your notebook paper.